Hello every children of class 5. So this is your second lesson, online lesson of general science, and this is Dipomita Chaudhary Miss. So on last class we have learnt about heart till this one. So today we will start blood. So what is blood? At first we have to know. Blood is a special kind of fluid that flows in the tubular structures called blood vessels, right? We can say that blood is the main fluid of our body. It transports essential substances to different organs of the body. Okay, so what is its main work? It transports essential substances to the different organs of the body. It transports the nutrient obtained from the digested food from small intestine to all parts of the body. At first, so we have to know that which elements blood basically transports. The first is the nutrients and the second is oxygen from lungs, okay, to all the cells of the body. So blood transports oxygen from the lungs to different cells of body. It also takes back carbon dioxide from these cells to the lungs. Liquid waste generated in the body to the kidneys for its removal. So we know that daily we take the food and different kind of drinks like tea or coffee and water, mainly water. So main products of these foods and drinks that body takes in the blood, okay, and there forms some wastes which are harmful for our body, generated in the body to the kidneys for its removal. So blood, liquid waste generated in the body to the kidneys for its removal, blood also helps us. There are three types of blood cells. Red blood cells. So how many blood cells are present in our body? Write it down when I am telling. Red blood cells, RBCs, white blood cells, that means WBCs, and platelets. So we will know about red blood cells. The RBCs, that means red blood cells present in the blood, are responsible for absorbing oxygen from the air we breathe in and transporting it to all the cells of the body. So what are RBCs? RBCs are present in the blood, are responsible for absorbing the oxygen from the air we breathe in and transporting it to the all cells of the body. That we have to also know iron is present in this red blood cells, okay. Now we will come to the okay, I have already told that the red color of the blood is due to the presence of pigmented called hemoglobin. Okay, so the iron is the main component of this hemoglobin. Okay, this pigment contains iron, that I have told already. White blood cells, they help in building the immune system of the body by fighting against the various disease causing agents. So what are white blood cells? They help in the building of the immunity system of the body, right? Now platelets. What are platelets? I can define you in an easy way. When some cut is here, okay, in our body, if we go through any accident, okay, that time what happens? Platelets helps to clotting of blood. They help in when our body cuts suddenly, that time platelets help in the clotting of the blood to prevent blood loss in case of external or internal injury, that I have told already. How is iron useful for the functioning of our body? I have already in last class told about this heart. Now what remains is blood vessels. The blood circulates throughout the body through a network of tubes called blood vessels. So what are the blood vessels we have to know? By which network of our body the blood circulates are called blood vessels. Some of the blood vessels are discussed here. Arteries. The blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart to different parts of the body are called arteries. Arteries branch out into smaller network of blood is called arterioles. Okay. These arterioles further lead to capillaries. They carry blood rich in oxygen. So, arteries basically carries the blood which are rich in oxygen. Now, we will come to the veins. The blood vessels that carry blood back to the heart from all parts of the body are called veins. There are two important veins, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Okay? Superior vena cava brings blood from those organs of the body that lie above the heart, and inferior vena cava brings blood from those organs of the body that lie below the heart. Okay, clear? Now we already knew about superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Veins carry blood rich in carbon dioxide and low in oxygen contents. So veins, we already know that arteries basically carries the blood rich in oxygen, and vein carries the blood are rich in carbon dioxide. Now only one part remains, is capillaries. The smallest blood vessels are called capillaries. Capillaries connect small arteries with small veins. Okay, they have very thin walls, and all exchange of the materials takes place at the capillary level. So, blood circulation. Now we have to know what is blood circulation. So, the process of blood circulation. The process of blood circulation throughout our body is summarized in the figure given here. See. Number 1, the impure blood containing carbon dioxide is released by the various organs of our body. This impure blood is carried by the blood vessels to the heart. Number 2, the heart pumps this impure blood to the lungs. Number 3, in the lungs, carbon dioxide is expelled out from the blood and oxygen is absorbed. Number 4, blood vessels carry this oxygen rich blood back to the heart. Number 5, the heart pumps this oxygen rich blood to other parts of the body. And this is the way, and this is the picture. When you will read this blood circulation, please keep this picture front of you and then read. That will be more easy. So, thus the constant movement of blood throughout the body by pumping of the heart is called circulation. Right? This is the definition of blood circulation. So, today it's over. Then next day we will start a healthy heart. How the heart stays healthy, that we will discuss on the next class. Right? And what the points I have discussed today, please write it down on your general science diary. Right? Thank you so much for attending the class.